Hey, it's Bart with the Scotch Test Dummies, and yes, we have Django here with us. Of course, I'm loving The Mandalorian and what seems to be coming with the Book of Boba Fett. And of course, do not adjust your monitors. This is a Tangerine manga shirt. Where else are you going to find it? All right, this is a quick hitter. I get samples in. If you want to send in samples, just get a hold of me at bart@scotchtestdummies.com. And we'll work it all out there. But I love getting samples in. I taste them blind, play with your whiskey, and around the holidays, I'll also share my thoughts of the year we're in. 2020 has been quite the year. Quite the year. So, if you've got the first one, you've heard about the yard burning. Check that out if you haven't. The second one was all about the introduction and the fear of an actual pandemic coming our way and the closeness that it brought. And then as the pandemic started to wane, we weren't quite riot ready yet. That's coming. But at work, we started to do a few more things. We'd had a few shootings, and we decided to run a special assignment in a kind of a violent area. So I was managing this, and I'm checking on my personnel, and I happened to roll into a parking lot, church parking lot even. Checked on a troop, finished, had to go check on another, was thinking of where I needed to go, was using some troops from a shift, and was kind of checking the call load. Excuse me. So I'm doing two things at once, kind of like this, where I'm going to be tasting this whiskey, but telling a story. And I'll tell you that doing two things at once usually doesn't work out well, although I'm sure this show will. It did not work well for me on this day at work because as I was checking my computer to see what the call situation was, the 911 calls, I was also driving in a parking lot, which happened to have big poles with cement around them. So I'm in the midst of a turn while reading a computer monitor. No, Django's down. No wonder Boba's mad. Can I get him up on camera? It took him a while to get him up before. Come on, Django. Stand on your own 2 feet, sir. Stand on your own 2 feet. Come on, Django. Django's down. Django's down. So I'm driving and turning and reading all at the same time. And I can only imagine what a drone strike might feel like if you survived, because I suddenly came to an abrupt halt. Now, I was only doing about 10 miles an hour, maybe a little bit less, but 10 miles an hour never seems so fast. Whew, my right fender caught that pole full on, brought me to a dead stop. A little bit shocking, not fast enough to deploy an airbag, thank goodness. But wrecking your patrol truck, in my case, is never good. Never good. Well, needless to say, I got out in that church parking lot and let a few expletives fly. Then I had to call my boss and tell on myself. And then you're on like a warning period, which makes driving even more stressful. Whoo! Bring me the autonomous vehicles, folks. Let me blame the computer rather than this one up here, because you cannot do two things at once. Back to the review as I tell the story. The ABV seems small here, 40%, maybe 43%. I get little hints of fruit, but it's like a stone fruit. Boy, I got something else in there, but I couldn't tell you. Maybe a Speyside. Not 100% sure. You may have heard the wife laughing there. I'm not sure what's going on. Let's go in and try this. I got a little bit of like vanilla. Mm-hmm. See if we can peg this. Oh yeah. So I am filming these with the other episodes. They're not, you'll see them a little more spread out. I just had that Octomore. We'll see if I gave it enough time. I'm getting like a spun sugar Speyside. I will admit, And I think the Octomore has maybe affected me slightly. Kind of like what it did to Django. Should we make another attempt? I'm playing with dolls. Wide stance? No. Django. Pie Django. Man. What do we got here? Malted barley, vanilla, touch of oak. I actually think it's probably at 46%. We're going to add a little bit of water, see if that'll bring anything out. Then I'm going to cleanse again. Maybe. I gave it a good 15 minutes between the Octomore. That may not have been enough. The Octomore 7.3 was powerful. Sorry about the crinkle and the crash. I get a little bit of like a Campbelltown funk, just a touch way in the back. But it could be a sherry type finish as well. That's interesting. That's the first time I've got it though. A little bit of like wet wool. Not a wet wool, but a wet wool. That would be my guess. Let's quit guessing and let's read. Okay. Whoa, I don't know what that is. So this is from Matt in Dallas. Thank you, Matt. This is Fetter, F-E-T-T-E-R, Karen, C-A-I-R-N, Fior, F-I-O-R. And if I'm reading this right, I believe it's saying 60, no, that's 42%. 42%. Looks like a little bit of how I do my sixes. Okay, I don't know what Fettercairn is. Fior. So I'll put the description in the description. And we'll see. I don't know any of the history of this. Let's go in for one more taste. Okay, yeah, lots of malted barley there. A little bit of that fresh mown hay. And like a little bit of that wet wool still. Interesting. A little sweet on the finish. But I don't know exactly what this is. But thank you, Matt. Matt's got a heck of a collection. He claims he's got the second best collection in Texas. But it's a big state, Matt. Big state. See you guys.